Welcome to GATE 2025 solutions. In this video, we are going to discuss about GATE 2025 General Aptitude questions from GATE Electronics Engineering paper EC. Question number 1. This is GATE 1 mark question. Here are two analogous groups, Group 1 and Group 2, that list words in their decreasing order of intensity. Identify the missing words in Group 2. Let's recall the meanings of the words in Group 1. Abuse means an injustice or wrongful practice that hurts someone. Insult means something that causes injury, irritation, or trauma. Ridicule means words or expressions that causes disrespect to someone. In group 2, appreciate and praise are given. We need to find the word which is more intense than the word praise. Let's go through the options. The meaning of the word extol means to praise highly. The word praise means a reward or honor given for victory. The word appropriate means that is suitable for particular use or condition or situation. The word espouse means adopt or advocate. After analyzing the options, the word which is more intense than the praise is extol. Therefore, option A is correct. Let's go to next question. Question number 2. Here a statement is given. We need to find the most appropriate option to complete the given sentence. Had I learnt acting as a child, I dash a famous film star. Here the statement expresses an hypothetical situation that has occurred in the past, which means he did not really learn acting when he was child. So he could not become a famous film star. If he had learned acting when he was a child, there is a possibility that he would have become a famous film star. Therefore, this is an hypothetical situation which has occurred in the past. Therefore, this comes under the category third conditional statement as per English grammar. Third conditional statements are used to express hypothetical situations that have occurred in the past. It is also often used to talk about actions, events that did not actually happen but could have occurred under different circumstances. Let's go through the options and find the most appropriate one. The phrase will be is used to express future possibility. The phrase can be is used to express present or future possibility. The phrase "am going to be" is used to express future intention or objective. Finally, the phrase "could have been" is used to express hypothetical event in the past. After analyzing the options, we can conclude that option D, "could have been" is the correct answer. Had I learned acting as a child, I could have been a famous film star. Let's solve the next question. Question number 3. This is GATE 1 mark question. Here 12 musical notes are given. Frequency of each note is 12 through 2 times the frequency of the previous note. If the frequency of note C is 130.8 Hz, then the ratio of frequencies of notes F hash and C is. Now let's arrange the given 12 musical notes as first term, second term, and so on up to the last 12th term. We need to find the ratio of frequencies of notes F hash and C, which is nothing but ratio of frequency of note F hash, that is 7th term, and the ratio of frequency of first term, which is equal to the ratio of 7th term to the first term. From the given data, the frequency of node C is 130.8 Hz. To get the frequency of node F hash, since it is 7th term, we need to multiply 12 through 2 6 times to the first term, which is node C, that is 130.8 Hz. Therefore, frequency of node F hash is 130.8 into 12 through 2 whole power 6 Hz. Now, the ratio of frequencies of nodes F hash and C is equal to 130.8 into 12 through 2 whole power 6 Hz by 130.8 Hz. Cancelling the common terms, we get 12 through 2 whole power 6, which can be written as 2 power 1 by 2. That is root 2. Therefore, option B is correct. Let's solve the next question. Question number 4. This is GATE 1 mark question. The following figures show 3 curves generated using an iterative algorithm. The total length of curve generated after iteration n is. Here, three iterations are given: iteration 0, 1, and 2. We need to calculate the total length of curve generated after nth iteration. Now, let's analyze the given data. We know that total length of curve generated is equal to length of each segment in a given curve into number of segments in the given curve. Now, let's analyze iteration 0. Length of the segment in iteration 0 is 1 and the number of segments in iteration 0 is 1. Therefore, total length of curve generated in iteration 0 is 1 into 1, which is equal to 1. Similarly, let's also analyze iteration 1. Let's calculate the number of segments in iteration 1. This is one segment, this is another segment, and so on. This is segment 1, segment 2, and so on. Therefore, total number of segments in iteration 1 is 5. Total length of curve generated in iteration 1 is equal to length of each segment in iteration 1, which is 1 by 3, multiplied with the number of segments in iteration 1, which is 5. Therefore, total length of curve generated in iteration 1 is equal to 1 by 3 into 5, which is equal to 5 by 3. Similarly, total length of curve generated in iteration 2 is equal to length of each segment in iteration 2, which is equal to 1 by 9, multiplied with the total number of segments in iteration 2, which is equal to 25. Therefore, total length of curve generated in iteration 2 is equal to 25 by 9, which can be rearranged as 5 by 3 whole power 2. Similarly, total length of curve generated in iteration 1 can be rewritten as 5 by 3 whole power 1, and also total length of curve generated in iteration 0 can be rewritten as 5 by 3 whole power 0. Now, similarly, we can go for iteration n, which is equal to 5 by 3 whole power n. Therefore, correct option is V. Let's solve the next question. Question number 5. This is GATE 1 mark question. Which of the following plot represents f of x is equal to minus modulus of x upon x, where x is a non-zero real number. Therefore, x is not equal to 0. Now, let's find the value for x greater than 0 and also for x less than 0. F of x is equal to, for x less than 0, x is equal to minus x. Therefore, minus of minus x upon x, which is equal to 1. Therefore, for x less than 0, the function value is 1. Similarly, if x is greater than 0, modulus of x can be taken as x, which is equal to minus x upon x, which is equal to minus 1. Therefore, the value of f of x takes minus 1 for all x greater than 0. Now let's plot the graph accordingly. For values x less than 0, f of x is equal to 1. For the values x greater than 0, the value of f of x is equal to minus 1. Therefore, the graph looks like this. Therefore, option A is correct. Let's go to next question. Question number 6. This is GATE 2 marks question. Identify the option that has most appropriate sequence such that a coherent paragraph is formed. After studying given sentences, you can conclude that the statement Q comes first. In natural world, organisms constantly adapt to their environments in response to challenges and opportunities. And then the next statement comes, yes, as environments change, organisms that can adapt their behavior, structure, and physiology to such changes are more likely to survive. The next continuation to this sentence is, this process of adaptation is driven by principle of natural selection, where favorable traits increase an organism's chance of survival and reproduction. The next sentence comes, P. Over time, such adaptations lead to significant evolutionary changes with the potential to shape the development of new species. Therefore, option B, QSRP is correct. Question number 7. This is GATE 2 marks question. A stick of length 1 meter is broken at two locations at distances of B1 and B2 from the origin. Note that origin is less than B1, which is less than B2. Which of the following is not a necessary condition for forming a triangle using the three pieces? Before solving this question, let's recall small concept. In a triangle, the sum of lengths of two smallest line segments must be greater than the length of largest line segment. Let's understand this statement using animation. Here we have taken three line segments, of which the sum of the two smallest line segments are less than the length of largest line segment. And here we have taken the three line segments such that the sum of two smallest line segments are greater than the length of largest line segment. Now let us try to form triangle using these three line segments. If we observe, if the sum of line segments of two smallest line segments is less than the length of largest line segment, then it is not possible to form triangle. And if the sum of lengths of two smallest line segments is greater than the length of largest line segment, then it is possible to form triangle. Now let's try to solve the given question. By comparing the given options, we can conclude that if b1 plus b2 is less than 1, then it is not possible to form a triangle. Therefore, option D is correct. Let's go to next question. Question number 8. This is get 2 marks question. 8 students are playing musical chairs. The figure indicates their order of position at the start of the game. They play the game by moving forward in a circle in a clockwise direction. After first round, fourth student behind P leaves the game. The fourth student behind P is S. Therefore, S is eliminated. After second round, fifth student behind Q leaves the game. U leaves the game. After third round, third student behind V leaves the game. Therefore, R leaves the game. After fourth round, fourth student behind U leaves the game. Here, U is already eliminated. So, there is ambiguity in the given question. GATE 2025 has given marks to all for this question. Question number 9. This is GATE 2 mark question. The table lists the top 5 nations according to their number of gold medals won in a tournament. Also included are the number of silver and the bronze medals won by them. Based only on the data provided in the table, which of the following statement is incorrect? We need to find the incorrect statement from the given four options. This is the reconstructed table from the given data. In this table, we have added total number of medals for both nationwide as well as category wise, that is gold, silver, and bronze. Now, let us find the decreasing order of medals won by nations on basis of total number of medals won. USA won the most number of medals, and then followed by Canada, France, Australia, and Japan. Now, let's analyze the options one by one. Option A. France will occupy the third place if the list were made on basis of total number of medals won. Yes, the statement is correct. This is correct statement. Option B. The order of the top two nations will not change even if the list is made on the basis of total number of medals won. Yes, this statement is also true. Since USA and Canada did not change the order of top two nations, therefore this statement is correct. Option C. USA and Canada together have less than 50% of the medals awarded to the nations. Total number of medals awarded to USA and Canada together is equal to 125 plus 90, that is equal to 215 medals. Total number of medals is equal to 376. In 376, 50% is equal to 188. But medals awarded to US and Canada together is equal to 215, which is more than 188. Therefore, it is greater than 50. Therefore, this statement is not correct. Option D. Canada has won twice as many total medals as Japan. Total number of medals awarded to Canada is equal to 90, whereas total number of medals awarded to Japan is equal to 45. which is twice the number of medals awarded to Canada. Therefore, this statement is also correct. In the question, it is mentioned to find the incorrect statement. Therefore, option C is correct. Question number 10. This is get 2 marks question. An organization allows its employees to work independently on consultancy projects but charges an overhead on the consulting fee. The overhead is 20% of the consulting fee if the fee is up to rupees 5 lakh. For higher fees, the overhead is rupees 1 lakh plus 10% of the amount by which the fee exceeds rupees 5 lakh. The government charges a goods and service tax, that is GST, of 18% on the total amount. An employee of the organization charges this entire amount, that is the consulting fee, overhead, and the tax to the client. If the client cannot pay more than rupees 10 lakh, what is the maximum consulting fee that the employee can charge? Let the consultation fee be rupees C. Here in the question, it is two cases. One case is for the fee which is up to rupees 5 lakh and the other case is for the fee which exceeds rupees 5 lakh. Let us solve this question by taking case 1 and case 2 individually. Now let us take case 1. If the fee is up to rupees 5 lakh, which means consultation fee must be less than or equal to rupees 5 lakh. And then case 2, if the fee exceeds rupees 5 lakh, which means consultation fee is greater than rupees 5 lakh. From the question, total number of amount to be paid by the client is equal to total amount, which also includes overhead along with the goods and service tax, which is GST. Let us consider case 1. In the question, it is mentioned that overhead is equal to 20% of consultation fee if the fee is up to 5 lakh rupees. Total amount is equal to consultation fee plus overhead, which is equal to C plus 20% of C, which is equal to 1.2 C. Now GST is equal to 18% of total amount, which is equal to 0.216 C. Total amount to be paid by the client is equal to total amount plus GST, which is equal to 1.416 C, where C is consultation fee. In the question, it is clearly mentioned that client cannot pay more than rupees 10 lakh. Therefore, consultation fee is equal to rupees 10 lakh by 1.416, which is equal to 7 lakh 6,214 rupees. Also, let us analyze case 2. Overhead is equal to rupees 1 lakh plus 10% of the amount by which the fee exceeds rupees 5 lakh, which is equal to rupees 1 lakh plus 10% of consultation fee minus 5 lakh. Total amount is equal to consultation fee plus overhead, which is equal to 1.1C plus 50,000. GST is equal to 18% of total amount, which is equal to 0.198C plus 9,000. Total amount to be paid by the client is equal to GST plus total amount, which is equal to 1.298C plus 59,000. It is clearly mentioned in the question that client cannot pay more than rupees 10 lakh. To calculate the consultation fee, let's equate total amount to be paid by client to rupees 10 lakh. From this equation, we can get consultation fee, which is equal to rupees 7,24,961. Now, if we compare amounts in case 1 and case 2, maximum consultation fee is in case 2, which is rupees 7,24,961. In question, it is asked to find the maximum consultation fee that the employee can charge. The maximum consultation fee is obtained from case 2, which is option B. Therefore, option B is correct. With this, all the questions of GATE EC paper from the subject General Aptitude has been completed. Thank you.